Alright, Mr. Gamma Moose. I am Mr. Thungon Moose, and today it's my birthday, so hopefully I'll get this up tonight. And Gamma said his was Wednesday, so
Yep.
it's cool. This is Gamma Ray. You
Hello.
might know him from many places, but you will probably recognize his name from Cake Wars 1. Sneak. But Cake Wars 1 was, we both made it together over a year ago by now, for sure. And we made a few others together. Remember the snowy day?
Yep. That was fun.
Alright, but we came together to make Cake Wars 3. The second he made by himself because I was a little out of commission at the time. But this is Cake Wars 3 and it takes on a whole different theme. And I just wanted to do a little preview for the birthday. It's fitting with the cake and all that. But anyways, this is a capture the cake type map, which is similar to capture the wool, but with cake, because it's cake. And I'm calling it Cake Wars 3 Into the Factory. So, you want to take us on a little tour?
Okay.
Look at this. You know, the cake is looking good.
Let me give myself a compass.
Oh yeah. Tools. Alright, so where do you want to start? This is
Blue
a
spawn.
bit on the inside. Blue spawn? Okay. So, all that redstone stuff is for vanilla play. We were using it to playtest, but it'll most likely be played on PGM if the plugins work and we get it all situated. Can't promise anything because we're not running it, but hopefully we'll submit it and we'll see. But until then, there will be redstone stuff to help out with the vanilla play. But anyways, at the start of the game, blue spawns here. So
Yep.
blue spawns here, and then what?
Then all blue players, they will run down through their spawn tunnel. And they will proceed to either defend their cake room or attack the enemy's cake room. And the cake room is where you go under the enemy team's spawn to get to their cake room. And the red players will enter here. They'll press the button to get a cake. And then they will leave through one of the various exits. You can go up here or on the left or right sides. And then they will try to get it back to their spawn.
In vanilla, it's based on levels, so.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. I won't try to give myself levels. So, here's the cake room. Run in there, press button, get a cake if you're on red team. Run it back to your area here. So there are many little things in this map, and it's all indoors. Originally, we wanted to come together and make a turbine map, but we kind of swayed off the TF2 route because it's. Well, we wanted to stray off it a little bit, and
Yeah.
but we kept the indoor feeling of it. We went with the cauldron ceiling so light could shine through the cauldrons and not make this pitch dark. This light shines through cauldrons. And it gives it a nice, odd feeling, I feel.
Yeah.
And the sloped ceiling design is Gamma's idea. It used to be flat and then go straight up and then kind of straight up and down. This sloped. I feel gives it a more open, better feeling in it. There are a lot of little touches in here. Mostly I would say that I did more big picture things, like generic layout, and you did a lot of the finer details and ideas like that. Would that sound about right?
Inside out cakes and
Yes.
weird growth wheat.
So yeah, these are some interesting features in vanilla. This is actually wheat grown past its final version. So like it's normally wheat goes from 0 to 6 for the 7 stages of growth. And this is if you keep going in the data values up to like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One of them is redstone torches. So that's what's going here is wheat. And then here is a cake that was eaten too much. It became inside out. The actual cake block is right here, but the textures go weird into this block. It's kind of odd.
We
So that's just
also
some of the science experiments in the cake factory.
we
Speaking
have
of
our
experiments,
test subjects over here to test out the cakes.
maybe we could add particle effects to some of them, as well as the player heads,
That would be interesting.
like pink particles and green.
Is that
no, there's no.
possible?
We could just give them potion effects
Ooh.
that won't like make them poison and constantly in pain, but or something like that. Although I think poison might not work. Probably not. But anyways, we have minecarts here too that move around. In this map, it will be impossible to break or place blocks. In the playtest, it'll be adventure mode in vanilla, so they could break glass and stuff, but that's not won't be allowed, and on PGM it won't be possible at all. So there's no building or anything. It's just straight get the cakes as faster than the other team. There's also some interesting things on the side, which is also Gamma's idea.
The icing machine.
Yep, an icing machine. An iced cake. You can see the extra wood extra wood data values here to be used to cover the sides and the top with the full dark brown textures to give it a more appropriate cake feeling. And of course, it's getting frosted. So yeah, then we have, of course, the floating cakes, reminiscent of Cake Wars 1, in which connecting between the two floating cakes in the sky, we had floating cakes here, and this is just reminiscent of that, bringing that into the match and making it so it's more likely to actually do cake parkour. And I don't know. If you miss and go into the lava, you'll fall through the world faster than you'll die in the lava, unless you're already low health. But this is the bottom of the world here.
That's
Below
pretty
it.
cool.
Yeah. So yeah, this is Cake Wars 3. Early alpha. I want to add reason to going up top, because in our playtest it's mostly been on the ground floor and there's no real good reason to go up here, so maybe better supplies or...
I still feel people don't go up here because of the low player counts.
the low player counts, yeah.
Yeah.
We spoke to Kaz a little bit and he suggested 30 feet 30 max.
Yeah. I think
So-
so. Be 30.
Yeah, I think that would fit. It's more than Cake Wars 1, but less than Cake Wars 2. And it just, I like the top part. This is my layout with the floating tracks. And the parkour that's actually very easy. Just have to take the perfect distance, just sprint and hold jump down. And it's pretty cool. I make it more often than I miss it. As you can see, I'm not missing any of these, so. The floating rails, there's no minecarts on the map, so floating these won't be happening, but I feel like it adds atmosphere and feel it fills this void a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a pain and a half to mirror over. because like these rails kept their orientation, so it's like curving that way and that way, so it kept curving that way and that way on this side, which is the exact opposite. Like this is the opposite. So that was a pain in the ass.
Didn't I break them at one point?
uh, Somebody else did in a play test, but we backed it up just fine. To get these floating rails, you just need to build them on normal blocks and delete the blocks in MC Edit, and then never update the rails.
MC Edit or World Edit with fast mode.
Oh yeah, no, it didn't work with the rails, did it?
Yeah, it did. It didn't
Okay.
work when you put it on different blocks, like bars.
There's also a cow up here, just because.
It,
The reason why we wanted wheat and stuff was that we were originally gonna have like, you could see it processed more. Like, get to see the wheat growing and the cows coming, and we had like other little plans in the process that we scrapped because it wasn't really looking too well.
entities in water pipes or whatever.
Yep. All sorts of cool things, but
Also, I feel we should name the cow Bessie.
we could do that. There's 4 cows.
Bessie,
Bessie
1,
one.
2, 3, and 4.
Oh. That jump's the most difficult, I think, on the map. Here to here.
Oh. Is it? I
Got it.
I just
It's
keep
possible,
running
but-
off.
There's also like a lot of little things you can note. Like here you have a nice shot down, but it's very slim, so you can't shoot very... You might get one shot off, but you won't make many kills. But you're very, very hard to hit from up here. Although this is right above their staircase up, so... There's just a lot of little interesting features on this. And... like, as you can see, this is constantly at dusk. Or might have noticed if you're observant. It's constantly at dusk. I think that gives it a nice feeling. It doesn't... if you have it at night, it shows because the light shines right through. But... yeah, it still gives it enough light to see, which is good. But not enough light to... well, appropriate amount of light to give it a good atmosphere, I think. So yeah, this is a little preview of the map so far. Still have work to do. We have like a list we have, but
It's getting shorter.
it is getting shorter. Yes. Then we have to worry about the plugin stuff because I don't think it could recognize cakes as
Yeah.
things, and there's still the possibility of getting 2 cakes. Because like, oh yeah, with the levels, you're only allowed to get 1 cake at a time, and then you have to get into this room and out at least 12 times for your whole team. Oh, this is the wrong one, isn't it? Yeah, this
What?
is level 1. I need to get to level 2. But to avoid it so that one person doesn't take 12 cakes at once and finishes the game very quickly, we wanted to make it so 12 cakes are needed. And that will basically kind of counter rushing in the sense where you can't rush. Oh, you can rush, but unless 12 of you people all rush all at once and are all successful, you won't finish the game very quickly. So it could keep it going on for a little while, but I think that the amount of ways you have in and out of here are enough to make it so it's not overly stalematy. You have things up here, but we have these tripwire hooks to sound the alarm.
Yeah, I like the tripwire hooks.
Only red could trigger these tripwire hooks in this red cake area. And it's a high-pitched noise up here, low-pitched noise in here.
It's pretty easy to crouch
spawn.
down here, wait for them to drop down.
And this blue spawn tunnel is actually right above here. And there's iron bars in the way. So you can see that. These bedrock and redstone lines are typical in PGM, where this is where only a certain team could cross. Oh, we're on blue now. Yep, there you go. Whisper, you got a cake, take it back to your spawn. So what happens here is, it whispers you those two things. When you press the button, it clears your inventory of all cakes and then gives you one more. So that's why you only get one here, although there's a bug where you can throw it on the floor and get another one. Yeah, we have no solution for that in vanilla, because we can't. We could put on keep inventory, which is what we do. But yep.
PGM can do that though. They
Yeah.
they have the thing where like if you hold it on your mouse, like say if you die and you hold something on your mouse as you're dying, or if you get TP'd.
Like holding up my mouse like out here.
Yeah, holding it on your mouse and then you get your inventory's cleared, it'll keep it, but PGM has some magical code to fix that.
Like if you clear my inventory now, go ahead and do it. And you can see that the other 4 items are cleared, but I still have that cake on me. Because I was holding it on my mouse. So that's a bug fixed, and other little things that PGM makes very helpful, but I feel it doesn't control the map too much. And it actually adds a few possibilities, like in the spawn kits. Actually, we should show that off.
Yeah.
The spawn kits as is, which is very subject to change actually, but if we go to here maybe, if I join the red team, it'll put me in survival and do all sorts of things. Give me red armor, red apron with that enchants, butter hat, because they're on the butter heads, red team, man pants, and butter boots, more golden armor. Blue team gets chainmail armor, but it's the same amount of points, 4 armor points, and on PGM these armors won't break at all.
I think my family chose the worst time to test the sound system.
I can't hear it at least. But anyways, we
Okay.
spawned with all of this. In the actual map, we're gonna raise this golden sword to have more power, maybe a few levels of sharpness, and make it more overpowered. But also we're gonna have it so it's only a 1-use sword. This is actually 2-use, because that's how durability works. But 1-use sword, and if you pick up another player's dead body that did not use the gold sword, the gold swords automatically combine and heal themselves on PGM, which is pretty cool. So we can have, like, if you killed 32 people, this gold sword would be full use, so to speak. It would just build up like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And we might run into issues with the butter armor and the fishnet armor that you're wearing now. It might not combine properly.
I'm sure there's a way to do it in code. Because I'm pretty sure they do it on whatever map has it.
What map does have it? Yeah, we're adventure mode now, but we can still break glass. So yeah, that's basically the map. Golden apples and maybe health potions will stack too, but just so thinking about things. The kits are on the to-do list still.
Yeah, there's probably better ways to do them.
Yep. But we have all sorts of interesting things here. And PGM makes it so we could save this time of day and turn the weather off, which is what this other one does, without a minecart clock. That was laggy for some people, but I think that's just local hosts. It's basically Cake Wars 3. Hope you enjoyed this little preview. Check out Gamma's channel, definitely, because he's starting it up and uploading things already. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.